happened.
Which ones?
The Wagdy.
Oh,
We are
I
so
got
glad you
one.
made it to Club NGMI. We're
We're live.
yeah.
here's the deal.
what happened?
Our
I was
goal-
like, what are you talking about?
My goal is to bring you the best entertainment around crypto and NFTs. So here we
we're
are.
just playing this the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think you're better than 1.2 thousand people?
Is the music coming from them, or are you playing the music?
No, that's on the
It's them.
spaces.
This is all the
There's
spaces.
There hasn't been a
this is
single
less-
word said, right?
This is less
Not
like
for a
creepy
while.
than it was before. Before it was like crackling fire and
Floor
They
hasn't
did
been
actually-
moving. Like it's.
They did-
People are listening, but they're not buying off of it.
Would you
So they
buy
br-
off of this?
no.
I mean,
Like,
Okay,
I
but
mean-
people bought off of goblins making noises, so like I've seen crazier.
Did you see they actually burnt the mutant?
they bought and burnt.
Did
it,
they
yeah.
actually?
Yeah.
21.
21 ETH. They bought it for today. Like what? Why? Why?
So dumb.
Because
Like-
they think they'll earn 21 ETH by doing this.
There's
You know,
I mean, they're paying for
There it is.
attention.
yeah.
they'll survive a little longer for this.
At least they only had to pay $5 to burn it.
Yeah, basically.
That's good.
It's a deal.
Gas was low.
Yeah, I mean, silver lining, right?
That's pretty good engagement farming, though, right? I like that.
Yeah, that's
Just burn it. I
it's
mean,
going a
who
little
cares, you know?
overboard, but yeah.
It's better than some of the other ones. Like the Hobo Town one
Really?
wasn't very good.
What was that? I thought they were doing like a box airdrop or something. Or the
I
spaces,
don't
you
know.
mean?
They're under
Oh,
0.05.
yeah.
Yeah, they're spaces.
Oh.
They were just like they had the banjo playing, and we're talking in hobo, whatever that means. So,
I like how the goblins did something. Now everyone's just trying to copy
Yeah,
yeah.
the
It's like-
spaces.
it's
It's
gonna-
so funny.
it's gonna be a contest to see who can do like the craziest shit, or just like the most
Oh yeah.
mind-bending, like what the hell is going on type shit. And it's gonna be entertaining. I mean, it's bear market stuff, right?
Maybe we should turn this show into that, just like us grunting the whole time.
I need to ask, like, our true bear market friends who stuck around through 2019 and early 2020. Did people start burning shit coins too? Like, is this part of the cycle of just flushing out? Because I just saw a tweet. Gotrilla.eth just burned 2 Wagdies.
Oh yeah, people
I don't.
were doing
I mean,
that, right? on the
Mutant Ape
last
isn't a
Spaces?
shitcoin though.
No.
No, but
I
then were they just
wouldn't say it
burning
was like
ETH just for
this.
engagement?
But I think the
No.
the like strive for engagement and doing ridiculous shit part
Yeah.
probably was done there. Like the shit coins that weren't getting people to buy in probably did some performance art shit like this to get attention.
Oh, no.
It's almost like just desperate now. It feels like just anything to get like people to pay attention to you or like to make something pump. It's like everyone's bored, so everyone's just looking for something.
Yeah, burning an NFT, just sending it to a burn address, that
The
is
further
performance
it
art.
is pushed deep into the void. And its adherents will only become more fanatical,
There's-
enthralled by the opportunity to corrupt.
Oh, I'll put on the closed caption. There we go.
This will only be a mere cycle in the strange permutations of this land. Do not be fooled to think this is the end. It is only the beginning.
So early.
And the troubled souls of this world will continue to change it in their own image.
Is it still over 1,000 people?
Yeah.
1,300, yeah.
You knew from the beginning that there is only one constant, and that is death.
Oh.
Oh.
However, you may shape this story into your image. even if you lose your sanity trying.
So, like, how would you explain NFTs to your normie friends now? What are they now? They're people.
They're not looking at this.
You
But
know,
like,
I appreciate them at least trying to like create a story. You know what I mean? To try and make it fun. Like at least like they're leaning into it, right? Rather than just some projects just like, you know, the same copied roadmap that we had for the last 8 months. At least they're trying something different. I'll give them that, but kind of still copying goblins a bit. But at least they're trying.
One of
Brand
the better
building
takes,
babs.
though, like they are doing more than every other one of these shitty free mints we're doing.
Well, exactly. At least they're,
and like there's that many people watching, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Getting people engaged, right? Like at least it's something. Give them credit. I'll give them credit. Dangy's just so upset by Dangy's ready to log off. He's ready to log off.
Is that one ran by like some rich trolls like
Yuga?
Like Carlini friends?
It was like
Who just,
Wagdy, the first time I saw it was the Ether Orcs dev. He said, "My friend has this free mint. This is me pumping it or something." Like that was his tweet. That's the first time I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how affiliated it is, what kind of friend, but anyway, kind of funny that they immediately pumped a higher floor than Ether Orcs after like one day. So
yeah, I do think that like there are people out there that 20 ETH to spend on something like this is just like a fun time for them, you know?
Yeah.
So there could be just some rich people behind it who are just doing it all as that joke.
Or are they using the secondary sales? Is that what they're?
Well, I'm sure that's what they used. I'm sure they made enough royalties.
They did 6.1. They've done 6.1 K in secondary sales.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit.
5% royalty, is that what they have?
Is it 5%?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm assuming. So that's what
7.5.
If it's 5%,
300 ETH.
Either way, yeah,
so they're not hurting.
Not even
that's not very much of what they made. So, I mean, it is good engagement farming for
6% of what they made. Yeah. So
it's not.
I think they'll be okay.
Yeah,
that is some good.
Is Dangy done with us? He just like got up and left.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm tired of talking.
I didn't even realize that he left. To be honest,
she's like,
I miss you too, Trey.
I'm done.
I was doing math on my calculator.
No, me too.
The math. Oh, on like what the percent they've earned
was.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's been the swag die thing has been the best one of the free mints then.
Well, Goblin Town.
Well, yeah, that's I mean, like in this sort of meta.
Yeah.
It passed the I'll do it's, which were probably the best before that. Or Elf Town. Elf Town got
6 points.
Did pretty well. Oh, that makes sense.
They got even more.
Even more then. Yeah.
So does this mean that the chef project that's now free is gonna go pop off and do some weird like cooking spaces? Maybe that's what they need to do next.
Just sizzling
the
entire
Town
time.
chef.
Yeah.
Do like get some grill sounds, get some sautéing onion sounds.
Yeah.
Didn't you do that first with your hot dog sizzling?
True.
I mean,
some
might say that I started this meta off just doing ridiculous stuff to get attention for projects.
Like
I don't know.
Mints.
Starting metas, that's the way to be.
Yeah, meta starter.
Oh, I don't even. Marvin in the chat. Occults need to do spaces now. I don't even want to know what an occult spaces look like.
Didn't those die?
Yeah,
those actually look sick. I kind of jumped. I missed those, but
I'm surprised how quickly they died.
I know. I was.
They got up to like 0.2. That's the thing.
So
like even like the good free mints, like you got to like really be on it because you might only have an hour period to sell them before they die.
The tumble is hard and fast.
Yeah.
The ladder comes in handy if you're doing the free mint thing. Yeah. Like just literally set it up and then hope that the pump reaches like every the top tier of your ladder, and then if it goes over that, it goes over that. But
that was
if you would have done that up to 0.5 for I'll do it would have worked perfect. You would have missed on 0.75, but it was only up there like in the morning. I think like it was like at night. It was like 3 a.m. So
it was pretty
you
early.
just have to like you're not going to be able to just sit there and like watch it and then list them. Half the time I do that, the price just tanks right after I try and sell into it. So
that's what
always just better to have them listed ahead of time.
That's what I did with WAGD. I did like the classic ladder. I listed one at like 0.169. So I, took my profit. I did one at like 0.38 or something. And then my last one was like 0.569. And I was happy. I sold my 3. I laddered them probably higher than I thought I would ever get for them. And looked down the next day, but that's what happens. Better than it crashing completely the next day and you missing out on anything. Right. So win some, you lose some.
I mean, anyone who's done well in NFTs has looked incredibly dumb at least once, right?
I've never looked
if not like a majority of the time, right?
Not me. Never, ever.
Never.
Sometimes you get like you sell the top of these, and then other times you'll buy the top because you hear the community is taking over their Twitter, and then the community is terrible at Twitter, and it kills the project.
Yeah. What is? That was kind of funny though.
They've been tweeting a lot today from that account.
So are they making another collection? Like they're just gonna like rug the old one and make a new one?
They're so salty because they don't get any money from it.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Royalties are ever getting transferred over.
I have one piece of recommendation from Jim Talbot on Twitter for the Freeman.
Take profit incrementally all the time. If you're up in profit, take profit. Re-enter the next few days. Just keep taking profit. Stop round tripping you fucking generational entries because they're not generational. Keep taking profit.
There you go. Take your profit on your free mints and your coins everywhere. Always
take profit. They're not generational entries.
I mean,
they were last July.
Oh God, maybe that was generational entry.
Yeah, I mean they were like seriously. You could have bought Bored Ape or pretty much any project that was a blue chip back then and sold into it.
I mean, Goblins at 0.2 would have been pretty generational of an entry.
True.
Yeah. I mean, you could have bought on the first night for 0.04, right? Like I remember they made a note. They're sitting there at like 0.04 for a while. And I didn't want to get out of bed.
I wasn't around for the mint. I
was too lazy to get out of bed for it.
Well, it was like overnight. It got up to like 0.4, right?
I think so. But yeah, like when I was like, I remember it minted out. Someone posted it, looked at OpenSea, thought they were funny, but I was already in bed. My computer was off. Those problems. Like, again, get lazy in the bear market, right?
That's exactly where I'm at, Babs. Like, I'm incredibly lazy. I hear about a mint, it's free. I'm like,
There's so many of them now. Like, they're dead. It's just like everything is free now. So so like it's like our hidden folder on steroids from like last summer. So it's kind of hard. It's like hard
to
us
beachhead.
Not the worst take. That is a take that I'm hearing more and more of right now.
I'm gonna start buying Bitcoin soon.
I want to be the opposite of eatbutt.eth because that person went from like 1,000 NFTs in their wallet to like 30,000 in a week or something.
Yeah.
Dan's done that before.
I don't know how you manage that though. Like that's my problem with the free mints. Like I can't even do more than 5 because I'm like, I don't want to waste list. Like I don't want to list them. Like it's such a pain.
Then you
can't even manage my dugs.
Yeah.
The thing with Eatbutt though is Eatbutt's also up 100 ETH in a week. So like,
okay, well, I mean,
but he hit a couple good ones, and he's probably down tremendously. If he didn't hit those good ones, he's probably down tremendously. Right?
But is this guy just minting literally every free mint?
Like 100 to 200 of every free mint.
Oh my god! I mean, he's got to be using a bot too. Then
he is. He's 100%. Using a bot.
So. The thought that I had with some of these is it's like it's a lot. It's very stressful, but at the same time, it's like, how can I mass burn these? Because that's what I want to do instead of mass hiding. Like, how can I mass burn or send them as a bundle? Is that going to be available at some point? I
don't know about mass burning or mass transferring, but I just saw a GigaBrain changed a little bit of code in the ERC 721A code so that minting 1 would be the same exact price as minting 1 billion.
Oh,
which is crazy.
That is crazy.
That's the feature. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Well, then the problem is then
good or bad though.
That's terrible because then OpenSea and other they just it's literally there's no cost to doing it. Yeah. So there'll be a lot of spam flying, more spam than now. But there's ways to cap it, at least on the interface level. Like your wallet may still have access to all of these, but it doesn't matter. It's just whether it shows and then clogs your OpenSea. Because I remember like Lou and Babs in particular, you had a bunch of your hidden. And just you couldn't even open it. You're like, I can't.
I have over 5,000.
I don't want to put stuff in my hidden because if I want to take it back out, how do I find it?
I don't use my hidden anymore because I'm never gonna find it won't even load sometimes, right? So I don't use it.
It doesn't even say how many are.
I know. I was just looking the new interface.
Anymore. Yeah, the new interface
doesn't even show it.
But I'm definitely over 5,000.
Yeah, I am too.
There. And it's just I have one that's called Poop Cat that got sent to me earlier.
So I know the title of the show is like you hate the free mint meta. I actually haven't been minding the last week or so. I know most of it turns to dust, but the one nice thing about free mints is the risk is low. So you're not stressed about it. It's kind of just fun. You're not losing a ton if you lose. There's a chance like we've seen with I'll Do It's, like we've seen with Wagdy, like we've seen with Goblin Town. There's a chance for some pretty good wins out of it. So all it takes is one of those a week and it makes up for all those dust you mint otherwise. So I don't mind it. I'm having more fun now than I did probably the last 3 months. So I don't mind that part of it.
The I'll Do It night was
legendary.
Yeah,
that was insane.
We were not expecting that type of performance.
It was crazy.
People
minted out so fast too.
And so many random people on Twitter were tweeting about it who we had no idea who the people were. There were 100,000 follower accounts that were profile picturing it.
I think it kind of hit at the right time and it hit the right funny level, funny kind of
fresh.
Yeah.
I had seen that meme a couple times leading up to that, so I it was kind of top of mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked. That's for sure.
I know why I hate this. I hate this because I've always missed memes. I just don't I am bad at identifying memetic stuff, and I hate it. So it all looks like trash to me. I cannot differentiate between the trash and the potentially cool ones until you all are like, oh, I meant 10. These are awesome. What? They look the same as the other one.
Yeah. They just got to have something unique about them. And it could literally be anything. It's not even just the art. It's
something different. Right?
Yeah, just literally something that you can maybe build a narrative around, right? And then that's all that's all you need. If there's even a 5% chance that it goes to 0.5 ETH, and you're getting all these free mints, there's free mints every single day. So I can see where, it's like Bab said, risk is so low. Yeah. And some of these are hitting good. So
even Wagdy, I thought they looked bad. But at least they looked when I saw it, I thought at least they looked different enough than all the other goblin derivatives that I was okay, I'll mint 3. I minted 3.
And people like that pixel style.
Yeah, people
that's what I thought the occults would do. Occults would do better.
Yeah, I actually thought those look cool too, but they almost kind of remind me of Forgotten Wizards too much. It was kind of
Forgotten Wizards, better Forgotten Wizards. They're a better quality version of, or maybe bigger and brighter.
Bigger,
yeah. They just look like a knockoff of that and Etherwark allies. They kind of look very similar to me. But anyway,
the one advantage here, and I think it was Loomdart who mentioned this. Maybe it's somebody different on Twitter. Between people and myself included, used to think, oh, great, cool cats have this treasury of $1 billion or whatever, so they can build cool stuff. With these free mints, there's no expectation of anyone building anything, so you can't be let down or have inflated floor price just because they're going to build stuff. So there's no kind of disparity between what you expect them to do versus what's actually going to happen, which I think has been a big letdown from the blue chips previously compared to, with exceptions that are pretty obvious. So I could see some of these potentially have some lasting potential. I mean, I think NFTs are going to get a full washout soonish, but I don't know when. I've been saying that for a little bit, I think, in my head.
We've been saying that since like September.
Yeah. I think this is the most prolonged period where we haven't had like any sales volume. Like I feel like we've had 3 to 4 week stretches where it's been really bad, but like this is probably the worst one I remember for like blue chips, other projects, like not seeing like any volume, right? Like there's hardly
they're not
any volume.
Like crashing either.
No, they're not.
That's what. But that's where I worry like the house of cards going to fall eventually. Like right now, I think people are comfortable holding because the floor is not crashing, but like that can't last forever when it's not getting volume, right? Like we're not just going to diamond hand our stuff for the next year if no one's buying. Maybe I don't know.
What if these? I mean, I don't see myself doing that, but like, what if they do? I don't know. Maybe people just like their JPEGs. I mean, like I said, I've been expecting it for a while too. Like, I'm just like, when is this going to happen? But I think everybody's in agreement that NFTs are holding up, or at least some of these floors, even despite the lack of liquidity, are holding up a lot better than we thought they would.
Yeah, I think part of it is people are holding out for NFT NYC, and I think that's like a current narrative, and there might be some partially scam pump after.
Yeah, it's not great. I was just looking at
Polygon's dead. The one thing with that OpenSea chart that we talked about with Tyler this morning is X2Y2 did 30 million yesterday, or 20 million yesterday. So
they're doing a lot
that
more.
chart actually looks not as bad, or it's not as bad as it looks, I should say. There still is like 50 million, but I mean, any day under 100 million still feels low right now because we're getting 100 million a day for like 3 months. So only 50 million is down, but I mean, goblins have pumped a lot of people into the market. Like, people are in a better mood this week than 2 weeks ago. They have helped with a lot of things, but I do struggle to see a lot of like the mid-range stuff is not doing well.
It's dead.
Like, and anything between like 3 and 10 ETH is a dead zone right now. That has just been crippling. It's like if it's over 10 ETH, it's just sitting kind of sideways. Doodles actually have been moving up. They're back up to like 13.
Did they just hire a new CEO
for their thing? Yeah, I think people are expecting a lot from NFT.
That was
NYC
the
for them.
Billboard president, right?
I think that's for like every project, right? Like people are just expecting, like if you're not going to announce anything now, you're probably going to wait 3 weeks, right? 2 weeks or whatever it is, right? Like no one's announcing anything new, so probably everyone's waiting for some kind of NYC announcement, right? Like I feel like that the market's kind of boring right now, right?
Are
so
we
everyone's
going to
kind
see
of
a scam pump after NFT NYC, or will that be like a real pump?
No, I don't.
I think that could be like
no
this
scam pump at
over
all
moment, but I don't know.
I think maybe projects, if they have bullish news, we'll see a scam pump like for a small little bit. But so many people are probably waiting for that pump to sell into, so it doesn't. Those usually don't last very long. So,
I think NFT and NYC in general is a big sell the news scenario where if you're hoping for an announcement, what could Doodles actually announce that would make you bullish on Doodles? What could Cool Cats
more bullish than you already are?
I think the Doodles are potentially the only ones that can, because they have that duplicator.
True.
It like really depends on what that is, but I also think depending on what they say, they also have the highest risk, because if they come out and it's not that cool, then people are just going to dump them. And it's almost like that Cool Cats thing that we were talking about earlier. Like projects that don't do anything at NFT NYC might be better off.
Yeah, just throw a cool party. Yeah. Have David Blaine walk around and do magic.
Yeah.
Call it a night. Don't announce an airdrop in your wallets. Don't just chill. Just wait for better market conditions to be doing big moves. What
if those never come? What if they never come? The girls never came.
Well, then we're going to zero.
Then the announcement that they're about to give means absolutely nothing.
All the girls are going to go to the Bored Ape party now, is what Carlini said. because of the
as
plus
a
ones.
As a plus one.
So they're not going to go to the Moonbirds party anymore because they have Ape Fest. Except Ella is going to go to Moonbirds because she's going with Gulo.
Gulo. Shout out to Gulo. Shoot or shoot.
No response though. That's kind of sad. I thought maybe there'd be an acknowledgement. Yeah.
She's just gonna go to Ape Fest though. That's the problem. If she was going to Ape Fest that day, but
what pumps are left? Like what tricks do teams have other than actually doing what they said they're gonna do? Like Forgotten Runes Wizard Cult. Do you have a game? Are you going to be on Nifty Island with your game? Is that what they're talking about? If you're actually doing that, is it going to meet expectations? I don't know. I'd say no. What other, like, you can stake it to get this token. Here's an airdrop. Like, I think the bag of tricks is running a little dry for projects in general.
No one can come up with something new. Is it just like this is us forever? Are we dust? We're dust then.
Well, you can't release a token right now, right? If you're an NFT project, because like there's no token liquidity, so that doesn't really like even Ape's you'll just be benchmarked against Ape. So, I mean, it's tough, and I think that was like the next step in a lot of roadmaps. Maybe was, hey, let's release a token just like Ape did, and blah blah blah. And now they're kind of like, ooh. Maybe not.
The token thing's stupid without utility for it, though. Like people releasing tokens without having utility yet is like so stupid. Like same with Meta Hero. Like it's just dumb.
Is Meta Hero's new announcement like? Are they? They're like dead now, right? After that, let's add more supply.
Didn't they? Wasn't there something that was they were gonna try and mitigate that a little bit?
Didn't they just come out and say that everyone with a planet and a Meta Hero are going to get a new thing to like dress up their Meta Hero?
Well, their announcement was you actually have to use POW for it. So like they're trying to make people burn their POW now. So I don't know. I'm not sure what it's done to the floor. Yeah, the floor is 2.7 still. It's not terrible. Considering
the liquidity just sucks. There's like a couple sales a day most of the time, and it's I follow it a little bit. And it's not a fun project to own, to be honest, because it's just you stake it, I guess, and then there's just barely any liquidity, and it kind of sucks though, to be honest.
I think the issue in the short term, is in like the next 6 months. I think the issue is the crazy returns we saw last year are going to mostly be gone. And if teams are building and trying to do their roadmap and get the games out and stuff, like the expectation of a lot of NFTs is the returns. And a lot of these projects now want to use the money to do things. And that's where people just like lose the interest, I think. Because I don't know, there could be some cool games a year or two from now, but like, are people still going to own those assets because the prices of them are down 80%?
There's a lot of money coming into GameFi. Like they are consistently. I mean, there's
just made 70 mil.
Yeah.
Parallel's
did anyone mint that? Yeah, I'm out on Parallel. I'm sorry. But did anyone mint the Illuvium? I didn't even follow it. I just didn't want to pay that.
No, I was looking. Alex C was doing it. I'm not sure how much he got. It was basically, I think, at least 0.4 ETH. Was it? Yeah. To get in. I had a friend that has like
though too, right? I think.
Yeah, like 100,000 plus. I think.
Just so monkey land.
It's basically Other Deed right now, 100,000. But they had different tiers. It was like actually set up, whereas like this is
so you buy like an 80 ETH one, right? Like there was a few rarer ones,
God, there's gonna be so much metaverse land. It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be like every other game.
I mean, they made 70 million, and we didn't hear about people buying it all over Twitter. Like we didn't really hear much talking about it. No. That's the part that is almost even more bullish for me. It's like there are people who are just like, I've been waiting for Illuvium to get into NFTs. This is where I'm putting my money. I want to play the game. I want to, or whatever. And that game actually looks like it could be cool. But
yeah, I think there's a lot more there's a lot more gamers than you think, right? Like most of us in the space are like, degen day traders trying to make profit. But like, I actually think if there was a good NFT game, like it would see a lot of interest, right? Like even like look at that Diablo Immortal that was released, like the amount of money that people would pay just to play that, right? Like I always think back to when I was a kid, like people would always pay money to buy, a character, to buy weapons, right? Like, and they just, you didn't earn anything from playing that game. People just wanted to pay that much just to play it and be better at the game, right? Like that's where I think you need the future to go. Yeah, you need people just want to pay to play, right? Because they like it and it's
pay to
fun.
Win.
Yeah, pay to win, right? Like that. You do need that, right? Like it's legit a thing.
Yeah,
so.
I think any game that doesn't have like a free aspect to it, like you can just jump in and play it for free and kind of enjoy it. Like transaction costs out of it, more, but like having to own the token and like the whole like raid party thing, that isn't like where you have to buy in to really be able to play is not going to work. No. Like it just, no matter, it's just not going to. So you got to have it be where like it can get mass adopted, and then there's just some form of like tokenomics or something where you can maybe earn a token or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Galamaxis.
All right, guys.
Saw this one.
Is this the actual game they've released? This screenplay?
This is gonna be it. Yeah, this is just like
Think Wild West, think Battle Royale, think Fortnite. Zero build Fortnite plus whatever your favorite Battle Royale game is. This is what you get.
Oh my god, this guy's.
It looks like a game that was made.
Have that guy ever played a Battle Royale
15 years
game?
ago?
He just kept saying Battle Royale, so everybody knew what he meant.
Well, I mean that's the games that work best right now.
I mean, this
it's more like a Warzone. Well, not really Warzone. PUBG looks more like PUBG to me.
Yeah. Kotaku is known for being very anti NFTs and crypto. So that's why I pulled it up on purpose. It's just I love their crypto.
Gala
cracks me up.
Gala Games doing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean that's the type of game that you almost have to do for NFTs, like that style. Yeah. Or it's those mobile games like the Flappy Bird stuff, like or what it was, like the Clash monkey one.
Yeah, I saw
Benji Banana.
Benji Banana.
Yeah.
Oh god, those are down bad too. I saw today there's a free mint of like Defend Our Tower or something, and I thought like, oh, maybe this is a tower defense game. Like this could be.
I used to love those.
That could
me
work.
too. I'm like, this could work. And I looked and like, no, just
balloon tower defense or whatever it was.
I love tower defense games. Like
I used to play that for hours.
I would kill so much time, but like that would be an option for a mobile game to have NFTs involved.
I don't know that we're gonna. No, we're probably not gonna know until we really see it. It's hard to predict. You're gonna see, like there are gonna be so many games. Like with the funding that's coming in, like there is gonna be a lot of attempts to make like NFTs and gaming interoperable, and a lot of them are gonna fail, in my opinion. But I'm sure there'll be a couple that come out and end up, getting that mass adoption.
Marvin and I are going to build a tower defense NFT game, apparently. So look for that. We just got to do a $72 million raise first, and then we'll get to work.
Yeah. Promise it, and just first you should say it's coming in Q3. Yeah, you can't promise too soon, but Q3 or Q4 is when the game will.
You can't promise too soon. Q3
of the game.
Merch will be in early Q3. So we can at least say we've ticked something off the checkbox.
Oh yeah,
the roadmap. Yeah.
How do NFTs get out of this nosedive? Like what? Or is it like some sort of white swan event that takes us out of just this? Or is it the free mint that just gets people interested?
Like it's going to be around NFT NYC. How it bounces out of that, I think, is going to be indicative.
If I had to guess, I would guess no. I'm guessing this is the beginning of the end, like we always said, and we're like NFTs are never going to be worth.
Said that it bounces.
I know, but I always say that, and I still have NFT exposure in case that happens.
Yeah.
But if I was to bet, I would say that we never see all-time highs higher than what we've seen a month ago. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we ever get back to those levels. And maybe we never get back to, 10% higher than we are right now. Like, that would be my bet. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not hoping for that, but if I was to bet aside, I think that's it. I always thought NFTs were overvalued. Like, it's just not feasible to pay $300,000 for a monkey picture. I know some of them are going to be worth because they're digital flexes, like they have that value, but there was too many that started getting up to be over $20,000. It's like, you don't need, 500,000 NFTs that are worth more than $20,000. Like, there's not that many people that need to digitally flex. Right. So like, I do think, there, like, we made the same arguments with Top Shot, like, oh, wait till China comes. There's not enough supply. Like, these are undervalued, right? Like we try to justify it in our head, but if you step back and talk to a normal person, like, they'll laugh at you, right? So I think that says a little something. Like, those people are never going to come buy our $20,000 pictures because they laugh at us, right?
You don't think that we'll ever hit all time? Like, you don't think Bored Ape Yacht Club, if they land this game and do all this stuff and become this massive brand, you don't think that they'll hit an all-time high again just because NFTs are overvalued right now?
I think they could.
I could see it happening. I'm like bearish short term, but I could see like. But I don't think all the NFTs that are currently here right now are going to hit their all-time high again. But like, I could see, the ones that make it out alive through a big bear market, like in 2 or 3 years, there being like another NFT cycle that sends Bored Apes or Azuki or Doodles or something back above their all-time highs. But we have no idea what it's going to be right now.
Yeah,
just speculating.
I would say the Bored Apes could, and the Punks, I don't think would.
No. You don't think the Punks would?
No, they're always underneath Bored Ape now. Like, they're Bored Apes bitch for the rest of their lives now. Like, they're never going to pass Bored Ape just because Yuga bought them, right? Like, they just like,
it's pretty clear Yuga just doesn't want to talk about them either. Like, they just bought them and now they just sit there.
I think they said one tweet, right? Like, oh, we have plans in the future, but like, that's all they've ever said.
Yeah, the Meebit tweet too.
Yeah. Well, like, that's what the punks want. That's what all the CryptoPunk guys, like, holders wanted for the longest time, was just for like Larva Labs to shut up and not do any of the like takedowns or anything like that. Just like shut up and let punks be punks. But now that they're under Yuga, it's almost like they need them. They need them to like pump it up and like make it into like a Yuga project almost. It doesn't have that same just like standalone provenance that it did before, when it was just kind of like this, first NFT narrative type thing.
I feel like the instant they got bought by Yuga, they became less cool. Like, it became like a corporate entity, like a redhead stepchild of like the other forgotten child, basically. Like, it's just not cool now.
It had like a cypherpunk feel to it, right? Like almost like gone rogue. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the people tweet, the Gordon Goner tweet on goblins? And do you think that it's wrong for someone like Gordon Goner, who knows the type of movement that can happen off of a tweet like that, to make a tweet like that? Is that considered market manipulation?
I didn't like
it. Did he like buy before? And like,
no, but it's more the fact that
it's sinister. But like, I'm not going to be the guy that's out here like criticizing people for just tweeting whatever they want to tweet. Like, it's a big meme in the NFT space. Like, why are people discriminating against him being able to participate in like the memeing and the shit posting around it, but not like everybody else?
Like, to me, it goes back to like thinking of.
Oh my god! It's more violence, man.
Yeah. It's more, I think, like going back to like running your NFT company as a business, like those guys are in positions where they know they can move the market. It's no different than like NFT influencers tweeting shit. Like eventually you get to a stage, a certain level where you should be responsible for what you say to me. Like
he didn't have to
like
say
you don't get the luxury of making jokes that people don't know are jokes or truth. To me, like you just don't get the luxury when you're that important and big.
Yeah. Like he knew that when he used the word goblin in a tweet like that, it would move the goblin market. Like it doesn't matter if like
he said hashtag I'm the founder. Like how are you supposed to know if he's telling the truth or not? Yeah. Right. Like to me,
I didn't see that.
Yeah. He said hashtag I'm the founder. It's like, well, I know, like I knew he was probably joking, but like, does everyone
buying an 8 ETH goblin know that? Yeah. People are probably will end up losing a lot of money because of it.
This doesn't feel that dissimilar to the other side images that would come out with different projects that would just scam pump by 1.5x or 2x immediately once the image was displayed. It feels very similar to that.
Or like Elon tweeting about Doge.
Yeah,
very similar. But people, people really don't like when Elon does that either.
Yeah, like to me, it's kind of like when like CEOs of companies like will say stuff about other companies like they really shouldn't. Again, like different. Like we don't think of NFTs as businesses, but like they're not securities. But like again, it's just being responsible for what you say when you're in those positions. Like I don't know, maybe you don't get the luxury of getting a joke.
I just fall in the camp of like, people need to take personal responsibility for their decisions. Like if you're buying a goblin at fucking 6 or 7 ETH because the founder of Bored Apes tweeted something with people, it's like you open yourself up to that risk, right? Yeah. Like Gordon himself is not at fault for people losing on goblins. Like where I draw the line is where someone is like sinister about it and they're like purposely doing it for like their own personal gain. Like if they're out there just shit posting, like it's like they know what might happen or whatever, but they have every right to shit post, no different than anybody. So it's like just because you people put you on a pedestal doesn't mean that you can't act yourself. Like where's the authenticity in that?
I think if he just took a picture with people and was like, oh, having a meeting with this guy or whatever, but the fact that he brought up goblins, he had the I am founder hashtag, that made it a little.
I am founder's a little bit like okay, but still, like, did he gain anything from it, or was he just like literally shit posting because there's rumors going around and everyone was like, oh, it's Yuga, and it pretty clearly wasn't Yuga, right? Like I think that was pretty much an unsubstantiated rumor, but I mean we've seen crazier stuff in the space.
I saw some tweet that like the Yuga founders have tweeted about goblins like 2 times in the last 2 weeks and have tweeted about Meebits
that's funny.
Once or something. It's like so like I don't know. Like to me, it's like
okay, but that's like it really does almost feel like they're giving just a big middle finger to like Larva Labs or just like the punks and Meebits in general.
Yeah,
like,
I think they bought the competition.
It's like they basically bought the competition just to like get them out of the way. It's kind of funny that
but they didn't even have to do that though. Like that's the thing.
They were already out of the way. They weren't.
They were already like punks weren't gonna. I mean, Larva Labs is digging their own grave.
Yeah, that's why like it's weird. It's like they just like gave Larva Labs their exit liquidity for no reason, basically.
Yeah,
like
I mean. Punk 4156, he looks like a genius right now. He's selling, literally just fire selling everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily like the worst thing that's happened in the space, but
no,
if it does get found out, what if it does get found out that he bought?
I mean, that could
is that the end of BAYC?
Oh God. Well, you know that you think if they went after Nate, they're not going to go after the founder of like the biggest project, in the NFT space. But I mean, that's all just rumors at this point. So,
yeah.
People give me shit for calling the top on NFTs on an NFT show. I'm just saying, I gave my opinion of what I thought. I don't want that to happen. I still love NFTs. I just like I'm trying to be realistic and like. We've been saying this for the last 8 months that like eventually it's going to come a time when NFTs liquidity dries up. It's just like there's less volume. It's the same thing with Top Shot. It's just taken so much longer than we all expected.
People are out of ideas.
I'm glad you brought back up Top Shot, because we were thinking about like what utility, what could people do with these NFTs. Top Shot had stuff on a platter. They're partners with the NBA. Do more with tickets. Do more with the in-game experience. Do more with an online-only experience, like a watch party. You could do plenty of stuff with Top Shot with the NBA, but they chose not to until far too late for their own good. And now they just kept printing stuff. Oh my God, Tig, what
is it now?
A lot. So 100 of them have been burned. I just saw that stat.
So dumb.
I mean,
oh my God, it's almost after 1 ETH.
Guys,
0.965.
Not the worst buy right now. Not gonna lie, because
buy one, Lou.
People keep
not the worst buy right now.
I mean, if people keep burning them, and then the supply drops, like.
Why are people burning it? Just
I think they think they're gonna get something special for burning it. Like I think that was kind of like
is that really why?
I think so. And it's part of the lore or something. I don't know.
It's gonna hit one in the next like 20 minutes.
Bullish on cults. I mean, this is a cult right here. This is great.
I mean, would you guys be surprised if this went to 2.5 tomorrow? Like, you wouldn't be, right?
I wouldn't.
But see, like, what else has that possibility?
Andrew Wang made it his profile pick. Vinny Hager just did, So like that also starts it. Like once those guys start making it their profile pick, right?
All right.
So like that starts.
They changed the royalties down to 5.7. I see.
Oh, saving 0.8.
That's pretty incredible. Don't burn. Who's burn? Oh my God. This is insane.
I mean, people are burning them. So, supply squeeze.
People in the Ape Discord.
How many is SAF?
People in the Ape Discord are burning them because they burnt the mutant, so they're burning them back to teach them a lesson.
Honestly?
Yeah.
I mean,
they burned us, we're going to burn them.
I mean,
this is great. That there is way too much money still in NFTs. If people are burning 1 ETH of an NFT project, like just sell it.
Did you guys see that tweet of the guy that was asking about if he had his listed at 1, but he can't pay the gas to cancel the listing? Man,
I did see that. It was good. I'm checking the chain. I don't see that Lou Dog bought. I'm watching.
I thought it might not have gone through if they're flying. That's the issue.
Flying.
I'm thinking about buying one.
They are flying, actually.
They are flying.
They are flying. Lou Dog, you got one.
If you wouldn't buy the goblins that night, that it was at 0.9, and then it went up to 3 ETH in a day. These things. If this is the thing that's going to suck the liquidity up, this is the one to buy.
You got one, Lou. Good job.
Did I get that one? Is it on the screen?
Yeah.
He has like a mask.
Yeah. 0.999. You got him.
I mean, look at this.
That's the floor now, right? That's a price tag. But how would Chung describe
when
that?
did we start the show? We started the show at 21.
It was like 0.6 when we started, I think, or 0.65 ish. Yeah.
So then, oh my God, just a straight line. Look at this.
Look at the buys above 1 ETH though. Bullish. People are buying above floor. That usually is a bull sign on these things. How many have been burned?
God,
there's a burn calculator I saw, or not a counter.
Yeah, there's like 8 to 10 sales a minute.
Floor is one right now, but there's a ton in that range.
I just failed on one.
You tried to buy one?
See, it's hard to buy.
Oh my God,
it's hard. Okay, I'm trying.
You guys are insane. This is Dickens has a great question. Are there big name influencers in WAGD or goblins, or are they organically booming?
I think there's big name influencers in both. You see them all over Twitter now.
I think WAGD might have more because the people that missed out on goblins are trying to catch this one. There was a Sharp Wallet.
Look at the nerds on that. Oh my god.
It's People are going in. Doesn't Nerds have that, or do they not? What's the site that has that like Sharp Wallet percent thing?
Nansen.
It's like blue. It's like a blue something.
I've seen a lot of like big ape holders have pretty big goblin bags now. I've seen a few and like
the huge. That's a big overlap.
Look at this.
The apes heard. Oh, they're part of the apes. We gotta get them.
Purple are sales. Green are listings. Since 10:15 p.m., there's like no listings under 1.1 ETH.
People don't want to get rid of these things right now.
This is going to go up for a long while.
Not a long while. Bit. Listers always come out.
Yeah, listers
after like 20-30%. But people are, 1,500 people on Spaces. That's what originally pumped the goblins. Just a massive amount of attention. We're in an attention period of time where there's not a lot of liquidity in the good stuff, and people are just going to the hot thing, and this is the hot thing at this exact moment.
And this is why I'm bad at meme stuff, because my first question is why, and the reason why is because it's just because people are just paying attention to it, and it's weird, and I think that's all that it takes, right?
It's like trust then verify, but it's buy then research.
Yeah, right.
It's like it's a time thing. Like you have to just like make the decision or don't, because then you end up FOMOing 20% higher, and that's when you get really hurt. So
correct.
I just FOMOed probably 20% too high, but we'll see.
I got one.
Once you got one
talk about FOMOing 20% too high.
What did you get?
No, I think I probably FOMOed 30% too high. Then.
Did you just get 1.1?
1.09.
1.09.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the
bargain.
So 1.1 is the floor now. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they're still flying.
Yeah, these have. Oh my
gosh,
the chart
on Nerds is insane.
They do have a lot of different looking ones. They don't just like all look the same.
Yeah, there's enough variety. It's actually like if you're into that kind of art style, it's actually not like bad. Like
some of them,
they all look different. They all look different. I think their heads look kind of weird.
Yeah, the heads look so weird.
The fit, they still look quite right
with
to
mask.
So
yeah, look at its head.
The heads like don't look quite.
Oh,
right.
Tig got one at 0.8. Thanks for that alpha, Tig.
Yeah, for real.
Whenever we get into stuff, Tig's like, "Yeah, I bought 0.2 ago."
Yeah.
Base Frank is in. Oh man, Proof is talking about it. Is it? I have noticed Moonbird's Lounge. They
moved some stuff.
They have moved a few.
Yeah, I gotta pay more attention. Hang out there more.
Yeah, there was one the other day that like
that art thing. Right.
There was only like 1,000 of them, and they bought like all of them, and then all of a sudden the floor was like 0.2, and we're like, where'd this come from? Yeah. And I went in there, and Walter was like, oh yeah, they're shilling some dumb art in there right now, and so I didn't think of anything of it. I was like, oh. Probably just looks like dumb art. Another art block sold out today. A factory.
Oh no!
I don't think they
too, right?
Were you able to profit?
Oh, yeah. The Moonbirds Discord's all about WAGD right now.
Really? Yeah.
They're all posting it. Yeah. They all posting. I got this one. I got that one.
So the art blocks was a 0.11 flat, and it's at 0.16.
Oh,
so that's not above, but it's not like it didn't go too high. But it sold out in like a minute. Granted, there was only 200 of them.
That's still pretty good for art blocks. Maybe they're going back to their roots of just a flat price and just let the gas floor let it roll.
Like the ones that are selling out are all under 1,000 count. So I think that's maybe they're realizing it.
Yeah. I don't have anything else. I don't want to just talk about WAGD floor forever.
No.
Are you guys buying Chipotle with your crypto?
It's just Bitcoin, right?
We don't.
Well, you can do ETH too.
It's
with
like gas fees.
A second app. I don't know what like the third party app is, but I haven't even downloaded it. I really should. because I had Chipotle this weekend. I didn't.
We don't have Chipotle here. I'm down so bad. I love Chipotle. We don't have it in Calgary.
Babs, you coming to New York? You coming to NFT NYC? You making it out?
No, probably not. I would love to. Yeah. I've been struggling with it. I've been battling. I don't know if I can't swing a babysitter, and I just can't bring myself to ask for permission because we've been down pretty bad lately with sick kids and struggling with life a bit. So, Dabs came not too long ago. I know. I should let Dabs go to New York City.
Yeah.
He would drive. He can drive. He can go hang in the party. Yeah, I should. He should. He loves David Blaine too. He would go.
I thought it was a good one. He's talking about Wag Guy.
Yeah, he's gonna sell. He's gonna dump on you guys. He's gonna crash.
PvP season. PvP season. I love it.
Is anyone else on that wine whitelist? When's that mint happening? I want that one.
In Vincho? I am not on it.
Oh,
I was late.
Dang. You guys know?
Easy is the Vincho wine maxi that I know of.
Pre-mint this past week actually has had a few winners. I had the Collective Strangers one that was a win.
But that one, didn't they lower the supply on that one? Wasn't it dusty?
I don't know. Someone else said that too. But it was only 1,000 supply when I went in.
Yeah,
but there was no listings. It was crazy.
It was right at mint when I was looking at it because I had pre-mint too, and I didn't mint it because it was just there was no volume. But when you looked, Lou, there was no listings. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, there was never that many listings, but like you said, it was at 0.2 and the mint was 0.2, so it didn't look all that great. But then once it sold out, all the volume came. It's so weird, the FOMO that comes out of these. But there's a couple other ones. Frankie's been on 3 different ones that have been plus EV on pre-mint. Vivid, if you sold pre-reveal, was plus EV. But if you held through reveal, you're down bad.
Yes. Vivid.
That went from 0.3 to 0.1 immediately. It was real bad.
I guess thank you all. I don't know. I hate this.
We're good. We're good. You're good.
I'm very tired.
It's crazy. It's hard. Even when I'm doing my other streams with LT, we'll get through 30 minutes and we're like, oh, do we stretch this out longer?
What else we got to
talk about?
I'm talking just NFTs. I'm struggling to pay attention to NFTs in particular. It's not capturing my interest anymore like it used to.
So we have upcoming drops, and there's nothing.
Is it more DeFi stuff or coding? What's
hashtag building?
Learning.
Yeah, coding. I'm actually putting out stuff. I've got WordleTree.xyz. It's a Wordle game on a blockchain. It's on a testnet, so it's free. And you might think it is relatively stupid, but you can't just figure out the answer by sending it to you. It's through Merkle trees and through that kind of stuff. So, yeah, just doing projects.
Cool.
That's puzzle projects.
I am trying to force myself to read crypto stuff now, just in downtime and stuff, almost making it a habit to jump on and just read different recaps on what happened, the last week or last month. That page 1 is a really good just summary of everything that's happening in crypto. So I like to read that kind of stuff in my downtime whenever I get a chance.
About DeFi stuff, Babs. Do your Arbitrum work? Get some money over on Arbitrum in case there's an RB token. Marvin saying
I have something.
I'm gonna work on our tower defense game. I'll do that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sending in the private chat. Tony had sent this. Check this link out.
That's got to be.
It's the burn address, and it's just a bunch of "we're all gonna die" are just people are burning them right now.
He burned an Ethereum.
So
wow,
yeah, there's we're all gonna die. The Dolce and Gabbana one is in there. But
wow,
people are actually burning these right now.
I can actually filter by.
Yeah, right there.
There we go.
That's funny.
What?
You clicked offers, yeah.
transfers. Here we go. Oh my God.
Yeah, people are actually
there's a lot.
Oh my Lord.
Well, someone said there was over 100, right?
128.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. Supply squeeze. This is better than nesting, because at least with nesting, you can.
They've been doing it for days.
You can't unburn.
They just keep coming in.
Psyduck burned one.
Oh my God, Psyduck has the rarest one, doesn't he?
So Wagdy started it yesterday, 2 days ago. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. This is how many do we think will get burned? Like, if 1,000 of these get burned, it does make it kind of interesting.
There's a history here. There's a story here, but that's basically it. They're already at 130 burns.
There's like one coming in a minute now. One every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, burn your NFTs. Because they're all meaningless. Apparently the floor is already down to 0.9. Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, there's a
clubngmi. Blue Dog. Follow Lucky Trader. Down bad, give them clicks. Buy crypto because we need you to, because I have crypto. So please
Dangy pleading for exit liquidity at the end of the show.
At a higher price than I bought them.